Are you a woman, or do you know someone who seemed to have an irregular menstruation? Or someone who has more hair somewhere in her body? Well, let me assure you that you or she did nothing wrong. But why is it like this for some? Let me just tell you that if a woman has too little amount of female hormones or a great number of male hormones, yes, you heard it right, male hormones, there is a chance that she can show secondary male sex characteristics, like growth of too much hair in the body like of a male. Also, in this case, the maturity of the egg cell is affected due to hormonal imbalance. These are just few of the other symptoms, but good thing these things can be corrected, so let us not put blame to anyone else, alright? From the previous video, we learned about the male and the female reproductive system, the parts and their functions, how the parts are differentiated but match for each other. This time, we will learn about another system in the body helping in maintaining balance or homeostasis. This lesson is about the endocrine system and the role of hormones in the reproductive system. Nagtutulungan ang mga organ systems natin. Pero ngayon, pagtutuunan natin ng pansin kung paano nangyayari ang mga proseso sa reproductive system sa tulong ng hormones mula sa endocrine system. Ito ang ating mga objectives at susundan ng mga topics na pag-uusapan natin. We also have our science vocabularies. We will encounter these words later on, so you better remember their meaning. I think we're all set, so let's get started. The endocrine system is made up of organs that are also part of other systems. These organs includes the glands that can produce and secrete different types of chemicals, including hormones. Tatandaan natin na ang mga organs na may kakayahang mag-secrete ng mga substances ay tinatawag na glands. The hormones are essential in controlling and regulating body processes to attain balance inside our body. They also carry out other functions. They may lead to growth, development, metabolism, and even in reproduction. But how does it work? Ang hormones ay messengers na nagdadala ng instruction papunta sa isang target cell. Kapag na-receive na ito ng target cell, they change their activities. Ito yung mga activities na kailangan ng katawan natin para ma-maintain ang balance. Halimbawa, kapag masyadong maraming blood sugar, maglalabas ang ating pancreas ng hormone na insulin na pupunta sa liver. Sasabihin niya, masyadong mataas ang sugar level mo, dapat nating pababain. After that, the liver will then regulate the blood sugar or glucose para maging tama ang amount nito sa katawan. Isa lamang ito sa mga kayang gawin ng endocrine system. Now, let me show you the other endocrine glands. We have the pituitary, the pineal, thyroid, thymus, adrenal, pancreas, testes for male, and ovaries for the female. We can somewhat compare the endocrine system with the nervous system as they both send messages. But the nervous system sends impulses through nerve cells, and the endocrine system makes use of the hormones through the blood streams. At nasabi ko na ba, these hormones are in high specificity. Ibig sabihin, meron talaga silang tinatarget na cell at padadalahan ng information, hindi lang kung saan-saan mapupunta. Let me present to you a table that will help us know more about the endocrine glands, the hormones they produce, their target cells, and their activities. These glands and hormones are found in both male and female, but the next glands are found on either male or female. And yes, I am pertaining to the testes and ovaries. Though mas kilala natin ang mga ito as reproductive gonads o kaya naman sila rin ay nagiging target ng mga hormones, may kakayahan din sila na mag-produce ng hormones. Thus, they are also considered as endocrine glands. Let's talk about the role of hormones involved in the reproductive system. The role of hormones in female and male reproductive systems is vital in the normal functioning of these systems, or kinakailangan munang magkaroon ng information mula sa endocrine glands bago mangyari ang mga proseso sa reproductive system. For example, the pituitary gland of the male stimulates the growth of the seminiferous tubules of the testes, as FSH or follicle stimulating hormones targets itself. Under this influence, the seminiferous tubules become active and start producing the sperm cell. Hindi makakaproduce ng sex cells kung walang stimulation mula sa glands. Another hormone, known as the interstitial cell stimulating hormone or ICSH, from the testes stimulates the interstitial cells or those surrounding the seminiferous tubules. This then will result to the production of the male hormones testosterone that will activate the male reproductive system. Kapag meron na nito, saka magkakaroon ng mga secondary sex characteristics or male traits. Pagbaba ng boses ng mga lalaki, growth of different hair at certain areas, and even the build-up of more muscles. Halos ganito rin naman ang nangyayari sa mga babae. The female reproductive system is also being regulated by hormones from the pituitary gland and from the ovaries, affecting the body and the other parts of the female reproductive system, such as the ovary itself and the uterus. At puberty, or at ages 12 to 16, the FSH, or the follicle stimulating hormone from the anterior pituitary gland, controls the growth and the release of the eggs from the ovaries. Also, at this stage, estrogen, the reproductive hormone in female, help in the growth of endometrium, ovulation, and calcium absorption. This hormone is also responsible in the secondary sexual characteristics of females, such as the widening of the hips, breast development, menstruation, and fertility. But another hormone from the ovaries, known as the progesterone, works to prepare the uterus for a possible pregnancy. Now, let's try to connect. To what other things can you compare the functions and coordination of the endocrine system and other body systems? Can you think of an analogy wherein things work or happen because of the command and stimulation of other things? Here's our summary. I hope you learned something today in this Bibli video. See you again next time. Thank you and keep safe.